All right, so we are going to dive right into the nervous system, which is chapter 7. And in chapter 7, we are going to learn the locations of the nervous system reflexes, the nervous system, organization of the nervous system, and conditions of the nervous system. So the nervous system, the location, if you look on page 7.2, you're going to see all the reflexes associated with the nervous system. So the two main ones are the spine and the brain. They make up the central nervous system. And then we've also got everything that is associated with our senses. So that is the nose, the mouth, the ear, the inner ear, and the eyes. And we also have a sciatic nerve that comes out from our spine down our leg. From the brain standpoint, we also are going to work on something that we call the hypothalamus. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into what that is. And the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is found just in the middle of the diaphragm, right there. So when we break down the nervous system a little bit further, our central nervous system is composed of the brain and the spine. We have a peripheral nervous system, and those are all the nerves from the spine. So if you look on page 7.3, figure 7.2, you can see the nerves coming out from the spine. And if you turn to page 16.6 in your manual, you again will see how all the nerves come out of the spine, okay? And then our nervous system is broken down a little bit further into what we call the autonomic nervous system. And that is fight and flight, rest and repair. So the rest and repair is our parasympathetic nervous system, which is where we rest and repair. And the sympathetic nervous system is the fight and flight. So the nervous system is made up of nervous tissue, nerve cells, which we call neurons, nerve impulses, the synapses, the receptor site, the brain, and the hypothalamus. And so when we look at it, the central nervous system, we make up of brain and spine. Peripheral nervous system, it is all of the nerves coming out of the spine, which makes up the sensory and the motor visceral autonomic nervous system. So it's the autonomic nervous system again that is built up of the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. On page 7.8, you can see how the nervous system is set up. Okay. Now, the solar plexus, again, that is located right in the middle of the diaphragm. If you were looking on a normal pair of feet, it would be right around in here. It is the message center for the sympathetic nervous system, and it helps to regulate the functioning of the autonomic nervous system. So that's the fight and flight. We've got special senses that we use in order to be able to be aware of our world around us. And those special senses are the eyes, the ears, the inner ear, the nose, the mouth, our skin, and our sciatic nerve. All of those things help us to see, smell, taste, and feel. So the treatment plan that you guys had just wrote treatment plan on top of it is a blank sheet that looks like this. Use this one or the one that looks like this. And what I want you to do is all of the reflexes that you can see on page 7.2, if in your health record you have got anything in the nervous system on your health record, I want you to look at page 7.2 and take all of the reflexes, so the brain, the nose, the mouth, the spine, hypothalamus, solar plexus, ear, inner ear, and sciatic nerve, lower back, and mark that on your specific treatment plan. And so that we are going to be able to get a roadmap for what you are going to focus on during a treatment. Okay, so if you look at page 712 in the manual, you can actually see all the different systems or all the different conditions that are involved with the nervous system. So it includes things like Alzheimer's, Bell's palsy, cerebral palsy, dementia, epilepsy, fainting, fatigue, fever, head injuries, headaches, Huntington's chorea, infantile paralysis, mental health disorders, multiple sclerosis, pain, Parkinson's disease, peripheral nerve disease, polio, shock, special senses conditions like vision and hearing, spinal injuries, so that's quadriplegia and paraplegia, stress, stroke, vertigo, and whiplash. So any of those conditions, if you have them listed on your health record, if any of those things you have experienced, you would use page 7.2 in order to determine where the reflexes are that you're going to have to focus on when you do a treatment.